Hi and welcome to St Aidan's and St John Fisher Associated Sixth Form. We do appreciate the uncertainty you've been facing recently with the cancellation of your GCSE exams and are sorry you cannot come into school to join us for our planned induction events. However, we hope this short film will provide you with some information about joining our Associated Sixth Form for those students currently in Year 11 at St John Fisher, St Aidan's and for students joining us from other schools.
So after the short walk down from St Aidan's, we arrive at St John Fisher's. We do know there may be questions about your transition to sixth form, but please be assured we are all here to help and support you, and you are always welcome to get in touch with us.
When you join us in September, we know that it'll feel like a while since you were last in a lesson, and the step up from GCSE is huge. So it's really important you get yourself organised and hit the ground running. The essentials you'll need as a minimum are usual stationery, but as well as that, a file for every subject, clear plastic wallets and highlighter pens. Now, senior tutors will give you loads of key study skills during your tutorials, so note-taking, time management, organisation. And obviously subject teachers will give you all their top tips, so your transition from post-16 study will be as smooth as possible. When you sort out your clothes to sixth form, please remember, we ask you to wear smart business dress, as if you're going into an office, so no denim, no trainers. Here are some pictures of the things you might wear. Also, hair has to be of a natural colour, and if you haven't sent in your picture for your lanyard, please do so. Your lanyard is a vital part of your uniform. It must be worn at all times. It gives you access to the site, acts as your library card and your catering card. Additionally, if you need information about school transport, please visit the school website.
We understand that the jump from GCSE to sixth form study can feel like a big one, particularly when you're studying a new subject for the first time. To enable you to make the very best start in September, each department has put together a pack of information and tasks aimed at preparing you for the Year 12 course content. This transition work can be found on the sixth form sections of both the St Aidan's and St John Fisher's website under the heading Year 11 into sixth form transition work. You should undertake and complete all the transition work for any subject you are considering taking. Your teachers look forward to welcoming you in September and seeing your completed transition work and the progress you've made.
Hi, I'm Mrs Hendry. I'm the Associated Sixth Form Administrator and I'm based in the Sixth Form office at St Aidan's. I work with a team of administrators who include Mrs Humphrey, who is the exams officer, Mrs Bishop, Mrs Knipe and Mrs Gumley, who are based at St Aidan's, and Mrs McKinnon and Mrs Muir, who are based at St John Fisher. We can help with any questions you may have when you join the sixth form or over the next 2 years. You'll be invited to an enrolment interview at the start of September. Your parents are welcome to come to this too. Students who will enrol at St Aidan's should come to Constance Green Hall, which is the building at the bottom of the clock tower at St Aidan's. And students who will register at St John Fisher should go to the Collins entrance at St John Fisher. You need to bring your GCSE statement of results with you. If you haven't met the entry requirements for your chosen subjects, then you should consider some alternatives and look at the transition work for those subjects. It can be a good idea to do this in advance of the meeting. If you do need to or want to change your subjects, we'll try our best to accommodate your request in September.
When you enrol into the sixth form at the end of the summer, you'll be sent details of our attendance policies and procedures. To support your learning and outcomes, our expectation is that you are in school full-time from 8:45 until 3:35, at set lunchtime when you may go off-site. We have an attendance officer at each site, have clear systems for signing in and out of school, monitor attendance very closely and expect no unauthorised absences. You need to inform the office in advance of planned absence and ring school on the day if you are ill. However, if there are issues surrounding attendance, we will have a number of different staff available to support students.
We believe that the pastoral system at our school is one of our main strengths. Each student is allocated a senior tutor, And the senior tutor role is similar to that of the head of year. But as we have multiple senior tutors, they're responsible for fewer students, which means we can allocate more time to each individual. There are 4 main roles of a senior tutor. First of all, there's the pastoral role. We are there to look after your well-being, and our door's always open. Secondly, we're there to monitor attendance and attainment. We're there to celebrate the people who meet their targets and work with those people who are working towards them. Thirdly, we're there to help you towards your chosen career path. This could mean setting up an interview with one of our full-time careers advisors and keeping you informed of upcoming opportunities. Finally, we're there to make sure that you're happy and productive. Any concerns you have, we're happy to raise them on your behalf.
Everybody learns best when they're well fed, so you'll be pleased to hear that sixth form catering facilities are second to none. You can enjoy both hot and fresh cold meals across both sites. The St John Fisher's Canteen and the sixth form deli bar and the sixth form cafe at St Aidan's offer the opportunity to eat at both break and breakfast, which means you can eat around your busy school schedule. It's really easy to pay by using your school ID, and it's also easy to top up using the re-evaluation machines and also setting up a parent pay account which will allow you to top up online. Pupils are also very welcome to bring packed lunches if they wish. Lunchtime is the only time that students are allowed off the school site, with the exception of walking between the sites to your lessons during the school day.
Here within the association, we offer an extensive range of extracurricular activities, and we encourage as many of our students as possible to take part in these. We think it's really important that you get involved in as many clubs as possible, as it allows you to socialise and mix in different circles outside of your subject areas, and obviously to make lots of new friends. It allows you to learn so much about yourself whilst also developing some really valuable skills for the future, and this will support you when applying for university, an apprenticeship or employment. So for all those sports people out there, we have a number of clubs in which we encourage you to get involved in across the association. Some teams done separately, some teams done as an association. One of our particular successes is our rugby team. We have fantastic facilities on both sites, which does allow for training to take place all year round. One of our assets being our 3G all-weather pitch. We have a debating and discussion groups which are incredibly popular amongst our students. Why not try join one of our existing groups or even set up one of your own? If you have a particular career goal, we have many groups to support you, including our Medic Society, Law Ambassador programme and our Oxbridge community. We encourage all of our students to try and make a difference within the association, and we're pleased to see that so many have put themselves forward for the Congress and the Senate. They are elected by the student body to lead charity campaigns, Children in Need being my particular favourite, build community links and get involved with whole school events. You could also be a school ambassador or a reading leader for some of our younger students within the school. There is something for everyone, and if you do have a new idea, just let us know and we will help you to set it up.
Establishing your independent study skills is a fundamental part of your education here at our Associated Sixth Form. Therefore, you'll see on your timetable we have allocated supervised study periods. During these supervised study periods, we recommend that you go register and work within either the sixth form library or one of the sixth form study centres. On the timetable as well, there'll be non-allocated supervised study periods. During these periods, you can choose where you want to work. So, for example, if you like doing a practical subject, then you might go work in a workshop, or you might go work in one of our studios. Or you might have a group presentation that you've got to do for one of your subjects. And we'd expect that you probably work within the sixth form canteen area for this. Throughout the day, you'll see that the library, the sixth form study centre, the canteen and the common room areas are open for use, provided you don't have a timetabled lesson.
So, welcome to the Careers Department. We are here to help you during your time in the Associated Sixth Form with preparing and planning for your future. We have 3 professionally qualified careers advisors. There's myself, I'm Mrs. Bennett, got Mrs. Richmond and Mrs. Jukes, and we will offer you information, advice and guidance on all your post-18 options, be that going to university, college, apprenticeship or having a gap year. We also have our work experience coordinator, Mrs. Farrer, who will help you with finding work experience placements during your time in the Associated Sixth Form. We host a careers evening in March and a sixth form conference in June when we invite in employers to talk to you about a whole range of careers, and we'll help you with the whole application process, be it to university or to apprenticeships. We're open every day 8:30 to 4:30 and you can book as many career appointments as you want to do. So we very much look forward to working with you during your time in the Associated Sixth Form and in helping you to secure a really successful future.
Joining the Associated Sixth Form has been a large step coming from a smaller school. I was quite nervous at first, but after my first day all my worries were gone. There was many friendly faces greeting me to the Sixth Form. It's been a real highlight meeting new people. The split site and extra independence has been vital in improving my confidence for the future, pursuing education and training in new places. I thoroughly enjoyed my time in the Sixth Form so far in Year 12. The teaching is absolutely exceptional. I've always received the help needed and the teachers will always go above and beyond to help me. The extracurricular and careers provisions are absolutely unrivaled. I've been able to meet representatives from universities, the armed forces, apprenticeship providers and civil servants. This has been vital for me as I want to pursue a career in the RAF after my A-levels.
Being part of the Associated Sixth Form was a little bit strange at first, being a mix of the familiar and the new. I like the fact that it provided the continuity I was looking for, but also it gave me the chance to feel like I was moving on, meeting new people and experiencing different surroundings. My teachers this year have been amazing, and the access to new facilities has made my time here more enjoyable. My home school provides pastoral care for those that need it, and it's where I have my registration and assemblies, but in every other aspect, we are one school.
Thank you very much for taking time to watch our film. We hope that you have found it useful. We will put a section for questions and answers on the Sixth Form page of both St Aidan's and St John Fisher website. So if you have any questions, please email the address on the screen.
In the meantime, do take care and we look forward to welcoming you in person to the Associated Sixth Form.